Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be cooking up a really easy side dish. It's perfect for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. We're going to be frying up pan-fried red potatoes. So I got two red potatoes here that I have left over from St. Patrick's Day. I've thoroughly washed these, and I'm going to be slicing these up here in a little bit, but I'm going to be cooking these up with a little bit of coarse sea salt, a little bit of coarse black pepper, and I'm going to be using a quarter stick of margarine. Most of the time, these potatoes are not going to be perfectly round. So what I want to do is I want to identify the wide side, and I'm going to cut it horizontally with that wide edge. Then I'm going to cut it in half along that wide edge. Then I'm going to cut that half that I cut. I'm going to cut that in half. And then I'm going to just slice these sections like into cubes. And this is kind of what we're going for, like this type of size here. So I'm going to do that with both of my potatoes here. I'm cooking this up today in my 12-inch Lodge cast iron pan. We're going to be cooking this under a medium heat throughout. You're also going to need a sturdy spatula, something that you can use to potentially scrape these potatoes off the pan if they start to stick. All right, under my medium heat, I'm going to be using a quarter stick of margarine. I'm going to melt that in my pan. And then once that's thoroughly melted, I'm going to go ahead and add my potatoes to my pan that's currently under a medium heat, and I'm just going to try to just get these under a single layer. I don't want any of these little chunks sitting on top of each other, so what I'm doing is I'm first moving them around the pan just so I can get a single layer and they're all touching the bottom of the pan, ideally. And then I'm just going to be moving these around like in the pan for like 10 minutes straight. After a few minutes, I'm going to come in with my coarse black pepper and then my coarse sea salt. I had a couple tablespoons, and I'm kind of just eyeballing the amount of seasoning I want to use here. So feel free to use how much or how little you want. And then I'm just going to go ahead and commence to continue cooking here. And I'm just moving these around in the pan, and you see these as they cook, they're starting to change a nice golden brown color. That's what you're kind of going for. You want these to turn nice and golden brown. I used a quarter stick of margarine for this, but you can certainly use butter, olive oil, corn oil, any type of vegetable oil, even bacon grease. If you had a little bit in a pan, you can essentially do the same thing, do the same cook here. What I like to do is I like to taste these as we get near the end here, because I want them to be nice and kind of nice and tender on the inside, not too crispy or not too crunchy. And then we're pretty much done here after about 10 minutes. So we're getting ready to plate these up. We're going to be serving these up with some steak and eggs, so stay tuned. All right, so we're plated up here, getting ready to do some eating. I got this paired with a ribeye steak, a couple of fried eggs, and a nice flour tortilla there. So I got a restaurant quality breakfast made in the comfort of your own home. So some of you may want to wish to peel these potatoes prior to frying these. You can certainly do that. I chose to leave the skin on, just get a little more flavor. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch my video. Please like and share the video if you found it helpful. Also consider subscribing to my channel if you want more cooking ideas. And we will catch you guys later. Thank you.